It's Boxing Day here at Gateshead International Stadium, and the teams are just shaking hands, and this is how Gateshead line up today. Ainsley Pears in goal, Robbie Tinkler, the captain Scott Barrow, Jack Hunter, Fraser Kerr, Mike Williamson, Luke Armstrong, John Mellish, Tom White, Scott Bowden and Luke Molyneux make up the starting 11. Molyneux whips this one in, it's more direct, and Armstrong got the header there. He's appealing for a corner, but that seemed to go direct straight past the post, and that was a better set piece from Gateshead. But it's 10 minutes gone here at Gateshead International Stadium, and it's Gateshead 0, Hartlepool 0, and the Gateshead fans are in fine voice. Now Carl Magnay, former Gateshead player, he's vice captain at Hartlepool these days, as he's going to go up to try and win this header, and he's beaten in the air by Armstrong. Bowden manages to bring the ball down, and Armstrong drives forward with the ball. He gets a shot off, no chance, it's in! What a fantastic strike! Loach, the goalkeeper, couldn't keep a hold of it. It stung off his hands and into the back of the net. It's Gateshead 1, Hartlepool United 0, and just as we thought he hadn't got his shot on target, I thought he had got the shot into the goalkeeper's hands, it just bounced into the back of the net. And you could see he's overjoyed by that one. Fantastic stuff. It's Gateshead 1, Hartlepool United 0, 13 minutes gone. He's going to take the free kick from the far touchline. So halfway inside the Hartlepool United half. Williamson's at the back. Is this going to come through? So with pace it goes towards the centre, and it's headed clear, but only as far as Robbie Tinkler, who shoots from distance. He's hit the post, the crossbar. What a shot that was from outside the box. It must have been for about 25 yards, and Gateshead managed to get the ball forward again. Mellish heads it to Williamson, Williamson back heads it on, and it's going to go out for a throw into Hartlepool, but Hartlepool are at 6s and 7s. Robbie Tinkler, the man to take the throw in. Hunter shows for him. He decides to go along. Armstrong, was he fouled there? He had to play arms all over his back there. Hartlepool maybe got away with that one, as Davies plays it to Rogers across the centre of defence. Now out to Richardson on the right hand side, plays the ball forward for Hawkins. Hawkins managed to control it there, got it through to Newton, and Newton managed to slip the ball past Mellish to Muir. Muir gets a shot off, and Pears had to make a good save there down to his right hand side and put it past the post. The ball is about to be whipped in from the far side towards the penalty spot, and Mike Williamson's there to head it clear, but only as far as Kitchen, and Kitchen only found Hunter. Hunter manages to get past his player, gets it to Tom White. Tom White turns his man. He's got players on the left hand side. Can he get the ball across there? And Molyneux's still chasing it down. Richardson's got to be on top of it. He's dispossessed Richardson. He's given it to Barrow. Barrow into the box. Can he shoot? He gets the ball in. It's Armstrong! That was awful defending by Hartlepool United. Richardson lost possession of the ball. He should have put it into the stand. He didn't. Molyneux took it off him. Give it to Barrow. Barrow's shot, deflecting, and then there was Armstrong just to poke it in the back of the net. Hartlepool punished for some slack defending. It's Gateshead 2, Hartlepool United 0. Oh, Jeff Stelling, I hope you're watching the highlights, son, because your boys. Open that whiskey, have that mince pie, because it's the only satisfaction you're getting here. Magnay plays it out to Kitchener. Back to Kitchener from Hawkins. Gateshead, they've got the bit between their teeth, they're chasing every ball down. It nearly falls to Bowden, and was White pushed there. Referee says no, but the hands are all over his back as Connor Newton brings the ball forward. He's under pressure from Gateshead defence. He's still got the ball. Now it's played out to Hawkins on the left hand side. Can Hawkins get a cross in? Hartlepool wanting a quick answer back. Connor Newton, he's got the ball in the box, takes down the dead ball line, and no! And Frank Muir, he hits the crossbar, and Pears makes a save on the line. And Hartlepool, well, Muir, he couldn't get it on target. He hits the crossbar, and it's still Gateshead 2, Hartlepool United 0, as Pears finds Scott Barrow on the left hand side. He's sprinting down the left hand side, beats his man, but unfortunately too heavy with the ball there, and that's going to go for a goal kick on the far side. What can they produce? It's whipped in on the far side towards the penalty spot when Mike Williamson heads that on, only as far as Newton, and Newton manages to get towards the ball. He's still got it, gives it to, and that's it. It's half time here at Gateshead International Stadium. It's Gateshead 2, Hartlepool United 0. As Liam Noble kicks off, Magnay plays it out to Kitchen on the far side. Still driving forward, gets towards the halfway line, he crosses the halfway line, pings the ball out to the left hand side, and Robbie Tinkler's there to clear up. And can he clear the ball up? He can. He was under pressure, but it's when he finds his way to Donaldson. Donaldson chests the ball down, he cuts inside, he's going to lay this off to Richardson on the right hand flank. He's found Richardson acres his space. J.J. O'Donnell comes over to close him down, he gets a good ball in towards the penalty spot there, and it's Donaldson's on his feet. There's a shot off by Connor Newton, and Hunter was there to head the ball clear, but Hartlepool putting the pressure on there, and a shot from distance there, and it was straight into the hands of Ainsley Pears. And Hartlepool just starting to get a little bit back into this game in the second half. Noble, now it's with Ryan Donaldson on left hand side. Noble latches onto the ball, the flick from Noble. Donaldson still in space on left hand side. Noble's going by himself, gets a shot off, and to be honest, that was a selfish effort there. He had the runner on the left hand side in Ryan Donaldson, that would have been the ball, but his shot was directed goal, no power, and a grass cutter. 2,678 here. And 1,400 and odd come from Hartlepool, so well done to them. Great attendance here on Boxing Day. But at the minute, it's a great scoreline for Gateshead. 60 minutes gone. Gateshead 2, Hartlepool United 0. Molyneux stands over the ball, he takes a few steps back from the far side, whips it in towards the near post, and Mellish was up there, he was unmarked, and all he had to do was guide that goalward. Rigg receives the ball from J.J. O'Donnell. J.J. O'Donnell's got back. Rigg, can Rigg cross the ball in? He cuts himself in, beautiful play from Rigg. He takes down, he's still twisting and turning in the box. He gets a shot off, and it goes wide, and why not? He was having a bit of fun out there, and Rigg, since he's come on, he's looked like Ronaldinho. Magny now looking, passes it back out to Richardson. Back to Magny. Magny plays the ball inside. Luke James picks up the ball. Luke James plays it off to Liam Noble, who's going to shoot from distance. Tried to lay it off to Donaldson, but Hunter got a touch. It's Kitching. Actually, I picked it up there, and Kitching gets a cross in, and that was a fantastic save by Pears. Luke James found himself in space. He turned. All he had to do was hit it, and Pears bravely put himself in the way, and Hartlepool still have the ball. Gives it to Rigg. Rigg controls it. Back to JJ. JJ. He has Tom White there, or Rigg, trying to get the ball back, and he has got it down towards the dead ball line. Rigg, with a lovely bit of skill, he's twisting and turning his man, he puts it across, and it's another corner, and that was a foul off the ball, I thought, on the far side, as Armstrong is appealing to the linesman on the far side. He was pulled down off the ball, and Hartlepool can find themselves a little bit fortunate there. Luke James, you can read exactly what Hartlepool is going to do. It's a pure long ball. He manages to pick out Luke James, and he got the ball to Muir, and Muir manages to get past Williamson, and Gateshead managed to get the ball clear again, but Luke James from distance, and it was just past the post, and Pears had to make a save there. It must have been fingertips. He did it just to make sure, I think, because that didn't look goalward bound from this angle, but you never know, and the keeper did the right thing, and it's a corner to Hartlepool on the far side. It's cleared up the pitch towards the right hand flank for Gateshead. Armstrong goes up in the air, he didn't win the header, and the ball falls to a Gateshead shirt now as Rigg manages to get it to Molyneux. Molyneux is dispossessed, and Tom White wins the... Well, how can you win the ball and... Well, a red card there. Now, he won the ball, went through the player, and it looks like it is Tom White, I think, that's seen red. It's Tom White has seen red there for a tackle on Muir. Now, he won the ball, and Muir went down like a sack, and he's got back up there. He's feeling his calf. Now, as Rogers plays it to Noble. He plays it into the centre as Luke James come through. Penalty to Hartlepool. Ainsley Pears didn't get there, and Hartlepool have a route back into this game on 86 minutes. He takes it and he puts it into the left hand corner, and now for the first time in the game you hear the Hartlepool United fans get into it, but the referee has had a big say in this second half as Noble puts this one into the box. It's headed on forward there, and Hartlepool nearly got a shot off. He's given them a penalty! The referee, for some reason, I didn't see what happened there, and I don't know what happened there. It must have been off the ball, because I kind of pick out where that foul come from. There's a player that was fouled, give a cheeky wink and a thumbs up to his teammates as Noble comes forward for this one. And he's hit the post! He's hit the post! Pick yourself up, Liam Noble! You may cry, but Gateshead fans are cheering. It's a goal kick to Gateshead, and we're entering the dying moment. And Armstrong's got the ball, he's got two players to beat, he's got Rigg on the inside, Rigg passed in the Rigg, can Rigg shoot? It's just past him, Rigg still got the ball, he shoots, and it comes off the deflection, and Noble manages to get the ball away. Now Ryan Donaldson has the ball, plays it forward to Luke James. It was Hawks, sorry, not Johnson. Luke James is battling with JJ O'Donnell. JJ does nothing silly. Luke James is into the middle, and it's cleared by Gateshead. And they're appealing for another penalty, Hartlepool. And Rigg has to take a touch. And can he clear this ball out? He can it. And Hartlepool going to shot it just over the bar. And I tell you what, Gateshead need to switch on and just clear these balls. Magny picks up the ball. He's got Hunter for company. Plays it out to Richardson on the right hand side. Richardson whips the ball in there, and he hits the crossbar. He hits, sorry, it was the post. It was a cross-come shot. I don't think he meant it, because he didn't look at the goal when he did it. He looked into the centre, and Gateshead, we're living by the skin of our teeth now. And Liam Noble, he's going to take another one here. Let's hope he hits it as well as he did his last penalty. He puts it into the box, straight into Ainsley Pear's arms. And Liam Noble's not happy with that one, and Pears just takes his time to get up off his knees. It was straight down his throat. Pears kicks it out his hands. It's a long one, and that's it! Hartlepool United! Their fans make their way to the exit. They got themselves back into it. A dubious red card. A cast iron penalty. The second penalty that they missed. Well, we'd have to see the replay for that one. I wouldn't have said it was a penalty, but I'm a little bit biased. But Gateshead today well deserved their victory. Hartlepool, they got themselves back into it. The Hartlepool players, they're arguing with the referee on the far side there. Magny having his words. It won't make a jot of difference. Gateshead win 2-1. They stay in the playoffs. And what a season this has been, and what a festive period. We'll have another cracker for you on New Year's Day against Hartlepool United. We'll bring you the full 90 minutes. We want more of the same of this. Remember, we play Halifax on the 29th. Get along to Gateshead International Stadium. But Steve Watson leaves the pitch now, a big smile on his face, and why not? His boys did him proud today. And Armstrong, the 2-goal hero, leaves to a round of applause from the Tynemere stand. Thank you very much for joining us. We hope you've enjoyed it. We have.